What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with Technical Solutions. Thank you guys again so much for tuning in. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I'm going to try to get straight to the point, and I hope that you guys can hear me okay and that the Wi-Fi connection is okay. I'm actually here visiting Chicago with my girlfriend, so just came to visit the city for a little bit. We've never been here, and it's actually snowing, so it's a beautiful start to the morning. And it's 8:30 here. Market opens at 8:30, so we have about 9 minutes until the market opens, and it's super nice. Usually in Arizona, I have to wake up at 5:50 to trade when the market opens at 6:30, but thanks to daylight savings, it's 7:30. But let's get straight to the point. So one of the most common questions, and let me ask you guys, have you guys ever experienced this? So sometimes you guys think that this has happened a lot to a lot of people that are looking into swing trading or even day trading, is they go in with their entire account when they're choosing to take a position of a stock, but unfortunately they didn't get in at the best price point. It pulls back a little bit because of your stop loss being at 2 or 3%. You cut losses and then it bounces right back after. So what could we have done different? I'm just going to share my experience and my approach. It's a technique that I've talked about in detail with the people that are part of my mentorship program, and I've talked about it in the main group chat for TechBud Solutions as well. So again, this is just a technique. This is not something that you have to do. Just wanted to share my experience with you. So I'm going to give you guys an example. Please, this is just an example. Don't take it literal, and I don't want you guys to be trading based off what it is that I'm saying. Okay, so let's say you see value in, I'm actually going to be trading most likely CENX. So this is my approach, right? So CENX, it has a 180-day analysis. We could see that there's a support at $14, and then it has an ascending uptrend. We've talked about this multiple times. It's already seen a little bit of a pullback, and that's where I identify it to be a good buy. Therefore, what I can do is, because I think at 14.20, 14.25, which is the current price point, it's a pretty decent buy. I feel like it has a lot of potential for profit. But I also want to make sure that I stick to my plan and I cut my losses at 2 or 3%. Why is it at 2 or 3%? 2 or 3% of your normal position of, let's say, $5,000 to $10,000, regardless of what your account is, your entire account. If that's normally the position that you normally take your entire account position, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's a very common thing people do. And then it's 2% of that entire account. What if you take this approach? Instead of taking your entire position of what your account value is, you take 25% of your account value, and then that's your actual entry position. So instead of, let's say, perfect picture, instead of a $10,000 position that you normally take at a 2% loss, that's about a $200 loss. Instead of taking a $10,000 position with a 2% loss, you can take, with the same dollar risk, again, I'm going to try to keep it very simple, you take a 25% position, so $2,500, and therefore now your stop loss can be 4 times as much or twice as much, right? Still keeping it even less of a risk. So let's say you keep it at 4% loss. You're able to risk more when it comes down to fluctuation. It's a good quality company. It has a decent it has an ascending uptrend, right? It has a pattern that you understand. You just want to give it more cushion for it to be able to move around. So what you do is, what I've done before is I take a smaller position when I first start, and I continue to average up, so I add more to my position as it validates the trend, as it continues to increase in price. And I've done this multiple times. It's helped a lot of people to not stop loss out because they have more of a cushion to move around. Just wanted to share my experience with you guys, and I hope that this technique can guide you in the right direction. You still want to manage your risk. You still want to make sure that you trade quality stocks. You still want to make sure that you don't trade based on other people's opinion. Just wanted to share my experience with you and let you guys know, kind of like, how I thought that would be somewhat effective or useful. So all right, so people are asking, what do I think about Roku? I actually don't like that stock. If I'm not mistaken, it's a little bit of a newer stock at a recent IPO. Its earnings didn't even hit its earnings, but it had such a sell-off, and I think its open was around $18 when it first launched, and then it popped up to 31. I think it's way overpriced. Our RSI indicator indicated. So not anything that I'm really looking into. If anything, we can perform a quick little scan. I believe I have this different scanner that I've been working on. Let's see what pops up. Volume's a little bit too high for pre-market hours, so let that load real quick. Something that I've been focusing on is our 1 or 2 day swing trades. No, still not a PHJ. Let's check that out. All right. Okay, had a decent sell-off, but yeah, let me just talk to you guys about the stocks that I've come across that have shown some signs of confirmation. Is that okay? MIK is one that a member within our group actually shouted out. So again, this is not, he said, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he found this with the swing scanner that I provided in the lesson library and mentorship program. So 180-day analysis as a previous support at $18. You know, obviously we can tell that from right there. Had another sell-off, and where does it bounce? Again, $18. It's already showing signs of an uptrend. It has not broken above the EMA, but just wanted to call that out. If you guys see value in that one, then it's already showing signs of an uptrend. Both MACD indicator and the VWAP, and the RSI are already showing signs of an uptrend, so just thought I'd call it out. It's catching up, so you could expect somewhat of a pullback as it hits $19, but it's starting to show signs of an uptrend, so just thought I'd call it out. Another one. Let's go ahead and talk about this one. Let me zoom out a little bit. So we have about 3 minutes until the market opens. This is one that I wanted to talk about. It has a pretty nice, solid uptrend. Hit a resistance at around almost $62, so we can call that as the overall resistance. I want to make sure that I call $60. Oh, thank you for the loud noise. So we can see that this was a previous resistance here at around $55, which became a new support. It doesn't mean, again, support levels, and that's why it's so important to have a nice cushion for a stop loss, is because support levels are just psychological areas where, you know, these companies are known to bounce at or peak out at. I mean, it really means nothing. They don't actually have to peak out or bounce at exact price points. Therefore, that's why it's nice to have a nice little cushion. So it's consolidating, and that's what we want to see, because that was, you know, its previous resistance. Now we just wanted to see to start indicating signs of an uptrend, and that's exactly what we're seeing during pre-market hours. And the MACD indicator is indicating a buy, as well as the RSI on this 180-day analysis. Potential for profit from 55 to 60 is nearly 10%. It's about 9%. So again, plan out your trades, make sure that the potential for profit is greater than the potential for loss. Focus on good quality trades and forget about what everyone else is talking about. Make sure that it's something that you understand and that you see value. And there's a lot of hype going on. People saying that, you know, they're making huge percentage gains. It's not about how much percentage growth you see in one day, but on a consistent basis. And that's what I'm trying to achieve for all the people that, you know, I'm trying to mentor, as well as, you know, just have a part of my group. It's, you know, promoting long-term growth, and I think that's something that is very overseen in this market, because so many people are so focused in these like pump and dumps and stuff like that. You can ask any of the people that make YouTube videos. I mean, just ask them, you know, on a consistent basis. Like, you know, you can just tell who's successful and who's not by, you know, the way that they live, right? Or who it is that they are. So I think it's very easy to see you know, just how well-rounded someone is. And I feel like my approach, again, it's my approach and it works well for me. It doesn't mean that it has to work well for you. It just works well for me. I'm conservative, I'm consistent, and I have a goal, and I do that in every market that I invest in, for all my businesses, my properties, and as well as trading stocks. And it's something that I think a lot of people see value in, because it's very realistic, and they can obviously tell that, you know, it's working well for me. Other than that, let's go ahead and move on to, let me break down, I already broke down CENX. Let me break down Chegg. So Chegg, again, has a nice little uptrend, had a nice little sell-off because of its earnings, started to consolidate at $14, resistance at $16. So from 14 to 16, if you guys can see, has about 13% potential, almost 14% potential for profit. Just thought I'd call it out. We do not have any confirmation of an uptrend just yet. I do want to talk about this one. JNUG did have a nice little pullback yesterday. These are the perfect times that I like to buy in. We have 35 seconds before the market opens. I love buying at the pullbacks. It's showing signs of an uptrend. It had a pullback. If it starts to indicate somewhat of an uptrend like it's trying to do, then great. You know, it could offer great swing trade potential. If it doesn't show any indications of an uptrend, don't swing it. Why would you invest in something long-term that's showing signs of a downtrend? The last one that I wanted to cover is UGAZ. UGAZ is showing signs of it being overbought. Be aware for signs of reversal. I know it is getting closer to the December months, which, you know, natural gas tends to do a little bit better. Again, just look at the patterns, and if it shows indication of an uptrend, then, you know, that's your true indication. Man, that was loud. All right, guys, all the links are down in the description if you guys would like to stay connected. I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys have an amazing Friday. Next time you guys see me live during, you know, pre-market hours for Monday, I'm actually going to be in Hawaii. So I'm trying to do, just for, you know, a lot of people like traveling and trading. I'm not a huge fan. I can't say that I hate it, right? But it's just not something necessarily that I love to do. But just to show you guys, you know, it's something that can accommodate that specific lifestyle if that's something that you want to do. I'm going to be going with a couple of my YouTube friends over to Honolulu or something like that. So if any of you guys are there, we'd love to connect. And if you guys just want to catch up and grab a bite to eat, then I'd love to, get in contact with you guys. So overall, I'm going to be here in Chicago for the weekend celebrating my girlfriend's birthday. I hope you guys have an amazing day. Continue working hard, continue following your dreams. Let your passion be what drives you in your success. And again, if you guys want to be part of the mentorship program, the first link in the description will be what will guide you on over to the right direction. And the November and October session both sold out, so you will have to sign up for the December mentorship program. So once you enroll, it will give you the option to lock in your spot for December. So like always, guys, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.